Today we are with Antonio Chiarello, CEO and owner of Weltix. Antonio, before we start, I think it's important if you could share with us a little bit about what is Weltix.
Thank you very much. Weltix is, we say, the operating system of the private asset. What does it mean? It means that it is an infrastructure, a digital infrastructure, but with three authorizations. We are authorized by Consob and Bank of Italy for the placement of private asset. We have another authorization from the Ministero del Made in Italy as a fiduciary, which is we are the first 100% digital fiduciary. And then we have the last authorization as responsible for DLT registry, which is something really new that allows us to take the financial instrument, transform it into a token, so tokenize the financial instrument, and this token is a financial instrument. And this is really something new. So that's why we consider ourselves the operating system of the private asset, a one-stop shop where all the stakeholders in the private asset world can find a solution to their problem or their needs.
And what is this problem or need or friction that you have detected in the market that needed to be transformed with Weltix?
Absolutely. It's interesting because the private asset market is really bigger than the listed market. So a lot of opportunity are there, but the high net worth individual, the investor, it's difficult for them to access this opportunity. Why? Because there are a lot of let's say, bureaucratic layer. There are a lot of intermediaries, notaries, Camera di Commercio in Italy, which is the registry company. So all this stuff make difficult for the investor to access to this opportunity and for the company, non-listed company, to access the money coming from the investor. So we are the bridge between these two worlds. We are the bridge that can allow both worlds to talk in an easy way, but of course with a lot of difference, but like the listed world.
Okay. And you're building this digital infrastructure? Is that what you're doing?
Absolutely. We already built it. So the infrastructure is up and running. We now have several clients. Just to give you an idea, we start last year with a new product dedicated to solve the fiscal issues of Italian employees of foreign companies. What does it mean? Just to give you a name, EssilorLuxottica. They give equity stock option plan to the employees. And so the employee that receive this stock, this share, have a problem because the share is listed in France. And so the Italian employee need to put them in the fiscal declaration. There is a solution. The solution is to work with Fiduciary, in our case Weltix, that act as a tax substitute for the employees. Just to give it in short, what we did, we opened 12,000 mandates for the employee of EssilorLuxottica, solving the fiscal problem. This is thanks to our infrastructure, digital infrastructure.
Wonderful. And you're building this not from scratch, but you're sort of like one of the emerging actors in this area. So how do you still see the role of regulation here?
The role
of regulation in this transformation?
Absolutely. Regulation is fundamental because we are a fintech. We are innovating the financial market through technology, but we are always in a regulated market. So the regulation for us is fundamental. We always keep our behavior and our building within the regulation system. So we work with the regulators, we work with the banks, with the intermediaries. So we are, let's say, a strange fintech because we don't want to destroy, let's say, the actual system. We want to improve the actual system, working with the stakeholder, and so regulators and the real player are our friends, let's say.
So you're not the type of disruptor that's against regulation, but you're actually a builder.
Very good. Yeah. And the nice thing is that in Italy, for example, the regulators are doing a lot of movement towards innovation. The Decreto Fintech which is this new law that allow us to register as responsible del registro DLT, is something really new. In Europe, only Germany and Italy has such a regulation.
Wonderful. And what would you see are the biggest risks, no, of this transformation in the market?
What we always say to our partner is to build the future. Because we have the infrastructure, there is the regulation, but we still don't know where it will go, how far we can go. For sure, what I see, for example, just talking about blockchain and tokenization, is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when it will happen. We are sure, but it's not Antonio Chiarello from Weltix saying it, but all the big asset manager company, for example, are still working on blockchain. Why? Because blockchain helps the operations, the back office, helps to do all the stuff that we don't see. It is behind the investment, really smooth and more efficient. So we're going there, and we don't know how long does it take, but in my opinion, not much.
And how do you manage the way your investors, no, like which are high net worth individuals, family offices, etc. No, how do you manage the interface between traditional private asset expectations and what you offer?
I mean, we are doing a, let's say, two-step process. The first one is try to use the new technology, as I said before, to improve our operations, our back office. But on the other side, our investor will still be in the, let's say, 2.0 world. What does it mean? That they use their smartphone, they use the digital signature to sign the contract and so on. So they're still in the whole world, but all the backbone, all the infrastructure is on blockchain. Yeah. Then the next step will be to bring also the client, also the investor, on blockchain through their wallet. This is something that is nearest than we can expect.
And when is this going to happen? No? At what point do you think tokenization and digital infrastructure will become the norm?
I think within the end of this decade. So let's say at maximum 5 years from now. But we are really running at an unbelievable speed on regulator side, on technology side. So I say at maximum 5 years, but probably really, really less time.